Oh, excuse me. How's that? Yep, that did it. One second, I'll be right with you. All right, here we go. Let's do it. How's everybody doing today? I hope somebody hit or close to it. Really wasn't too much going on earlier, so I would mean later. Or how do your parlays look so far? I put some out, but I put them out late because I got busy. But I put them out late, but nevertheless, you got pretty much the gist of it if you got it. We got like three pitching duel games going on. Now, will that actually happen? Hey, nothing much, man. What's up? Who's Hey, nothing much, man. How you doing? I'm just up here about to make some bets or Try to help us win some money. You as well. Um, how's life going for you? UNLV, is that where you're located? Nevada? Well, let's see. Hold on. We got a big slate today. So we got like I checked like three pitching duel games. Will that actually go down? I don't know, but I think so because you've got like two good teams playing. Man, this is coming up on the break, the All Star break. So people are going to be scrambling to try to get something accomplished. Hold on. Yeah, we got some nerfies going on. I uh, I just did a couple, but let's see what we got right now. I love nerfies, but you live by the nerfie, you die by the nerfie. Let's look. Hold on. Why is this always coming up on the wrong date? So right now, let me see. Cubs have already started playing. The Marlins have not, but I don't. You may be able to squeeze a nerfie out of the Marlins and Orioles. But let me hold off on that until I see what's all playing. Um, have they started playing? I don't think so. Oh yeah, they have started playing. And you know what? Well, I wonder if I was right on that shit. Yeah, I was wrong on that one. I thought you could probably squeeze one out. Let me see who scored first. Yeah, Baltimore scored in the first inning. You know what? Maybe the Mets versus the Royals. Micah Walker and this guy Singa. Micah Walker is always pretty good. I mean, he pitched a one hitter into the seventh inning against the Tigers, so he's definitely a good guy. Singa, I don't really know too much about, but I know he's 7-3. His ERA is 1.47. So there's one possible one, and that would be this game here. Let's see who's next. I don't trust the Brewers and the Nationals. Hold on, maybe. Hold on, let's see. No, this guy he only went 2 innings, so we really don't know anything about him on the Brewers. All right, yeah. Here's a definite nerfie. Paul Skeens and the Pirates taking on Joe Ryan and the Minnesota Twins. Nerfy all day on that one. You can nerfy it. You can also go first inning under 1.5. If you got balls, you can go. But it's about the same as a nerfy, so it probably won't let you do two of them. But take um, first inning results, first inning result, and a tie, right, with these two teams. Or I'm sorry, first inning under 1.5. Under, yeah. Under 1.5. Yeah, in the first inning. Sorry, I get confused. But that's okay. Let me see. I'm looking for more too now. Hold on. Got me interested in this. Okay. Put this one on hold. Tonight, the Atlanta Braves versus the Cardinals. Grant Holmes, right? He's got 118 strikeouts. But we've got his ERA is in the threes. That's okay. Matthew Liberatore, 80 strikeouts, 6-6, 3.70 ERA. There's another one, right? This is what I would do if but I don't like doing nerfies because sometimes I do, but when I'm really trying to get some money, I don't do it. Well, no, that's a lie. I probably do it more. Philadelphia and San Diego, definite nerfy, right? Ranger Suarez, a lefty, 7-2, ERA 1.99, 73 strikeouts. Ryan Brigette, he's 1-0, ERA 2.67, ERA 23 strikeouts. Let's look at his history. Let's look at the last three games for Brigette. And I'm here in San Diego, and yeah, this dude, he does do pretty good, right? The first game, let's say the 24th of June, he went 3 innings, allowed 3 hits and 3 runs. Boy, nah, don't mess with him. Yeah, don't mess with him. Because the 24th of June, he went 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. Against the Dodgers, we got 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs. The next game against Arizona, he went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits and 3 runs. So they might get a hold of this guy real quick. Ryan Brigette, you know what? I would try it. I would try it anyway. Or you can just take the first inning under 1.5, right? Because if they score, it'll only be one, it's only be 1 point. Not all the times that people get jumped on. Like Baltimore jumped on the Marlins for 2 runs in the first inning. So, but usually it's always 1-0, right? It's the Blue Jays and the A's. Nope. And that's it. I don't see anything else. Cleveland and Chicago, no. Because Logan Allen's ERA is 4.0. Shane Smith ERA is 4.26. So that might be an over right here, right? The Cleveland Guardians and the White Sox. Yeah. All right, guys. So yesterday, what I did was I went down and I picked out the big games, like the pitching duel games. And that way we can take the under, you can take some nerfies, and you just pimp the whole game out. Like I sent you guys something, but I couldn't do one team or two. I mean, I had to add another person on there because it wasn't worth it, the price that I got. So if I did the Tigers and I took the under, I mean, I could have. It would have been not a lot, but I wanted a little bit more than what that FanDuel. I wanted a little bit more than what FanDuel was offering. Tigers, Tigers run line, right? The under, right? Uh, pitching pitching stats or pitching props. Uh, Screwball, right? 6. They had him at 8.5 strikeouts under or over. And I'm not gonna play these games with FanDuel because they like to play these games. And then I went down. I said, okay, I don't want that. Let me just get something down here. I took 5. 5 only didn't do too much of anything. So they forced me to go. Well, no, I took 5. Yeah, I went up to 6 because 5 was kind of crappy. So they kind of forced my hand to go up because it's. I think you never know what Screwball's gonna get, right? He might get 8. He might get 7. He might get 12. You don't know, right? I mean, he is like Superman, but Superman gets tired too. Um, Another game that I like, but I won't put this as a nerfy, but the Rockies versus the Reds. Now that guy Chase Burns, um, his ERA is 6.75, and he's pretty good, but he's gonna learn, and he's gonna. Well, actually, he already learned the hard way. You can't come into the majors and challenge guys coming right down the middle with it. You could probably get away with that at the farm clubs, and you got a good arm. Yeah, you can challenge them dudes, but you you cannot come to the MLB and challenge guys coming down the middle. Not unless if you throw 200 miles an hour, you got to find some kind of finesse. So I guess some of the Reds or the coaches was like, well, were they stealing signs or no? They just probably the dude just start coming right at him. If you come right at him and trying to show that we know you have an arm, but they waiting on you to get out there and do it. They just waiting. There's probably guys sitting in the locker room salivating. But nevertheless, Chase Burns is good. He's a good one. But like I said, he's going to learn. And he will. I picked Colorado in one parlay. Because personally, I think the Colorado Rockies hold the advantage. German Marquis, he's 3-10, ERA 5.78, 63 strikeouts. Chase Burns, or Chase Stud Burns, 0-1 ERA, 6.75. You see, so German Marquez, his average is up 5, right? His is even higher at 6.75. So Marquise has been around, and he's kind of like settled, but we don't know. Chase Burns might have some good stuff going. You don't know, right? Pirates. I took the Twins, right? But I also took, the nerfy on this. Not a nerfy, but I took Paul Skeens to throw at least 6 strikeouts. And then I took another one. Another one was 6.5 because his last couple of games he sucked. So take advantage of that when they offer you 6.5 strikeouts for Skeens. What pisses me off the most about the Pirates is that they've got a great pitching staff, in my opinion. Falter, Paul Skeens, Keller, and Henley, right? Those guys are all studs, right? They're all good. Because last year's Henley and what's the other guy's name on this? But they all had a good record last year, right? What is this? They all had a good record, right? But it's just something about their management. Keller and Henley, yeah, Keller had a good record, and Henley did. And it all started like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Remember, I told you I didn't really have an opinion about the Pirates one way or the other. But when I knew that they were going to be playing, I'm like, oh man, we don't get a chance to see Paul Skeens versus Paul Skeens versus Screwball. And the Pirates did everything possible to make sure that didn't happen. And then you go, well, you've got the pitching rotations. Because actually, I forgot who they put on. He had just pitched like on the 13th of June, right? And Skeens had pitched on the 14th. So if anything, you probably wait. It was the other way around. Skeens had already pitched on the 13th, and then the other guy had pitched on the 14th. So it doesn't really matter at that point, right? Just put him on let him go start against Screwball. But it rained out, and I'm like, yeah, okay, we can finally put these guys together, because Screwball's game was rained out, and Skeens was already scheduled to pitch on Saturday, right? Yeah, they moved it. You saw where they moved it at, because I think it was a different matchup at the bottom. I mean, with Paul Skeens. Yeah, I thought they had him in the first game, but anyway, they dodged it. They dodged the bullet. So it kind of it's like, man, y'all going out of your way to try to get a win, because you probably think you're telling us as fans, you don't think Paul Skeens is good enough to pitch against Screwball, or they're just trying to make sure they get a win. I don't like the Pirates, their management, and I think Paul Skeens is unhappy there. I know he is, right? Gotta take care of your boys, Pirates. Kent Jacoby, Dave Parker, Willie Stargell. I know you guys might be old enough to remember that. All right, let's get at this. And we want to do the same thing for tomorrow. Baltimore 2, Miami 0. Second inning, Tampa 1, Boston 0. Colorado 0, Cincinnati 0, Seattle 1, Detroit 0. Some guy on the internet, they picked Seattle to win. And the rest of the games are just wait and see, right? It doesn't start until another 2 hours or so. Let's go look at this Tiger game, though. That's interesting. Yeah, I know I tell you guys don't try to stay positive and stuff like that. Yeah, well, your boy failed here today. I didn't do it. Well, kind of for a minute. I pulled it back together. I had some dude just passing messages through females to me. And I'm like, dude, don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to tell me something, call me up. Don't pass it to no female, man. That's just weak. That's not even manly. Don't do that. Oh, that's right. You can't, because you got me blocked. All right, guys. Let me stop. But on a real tip, guys, if you got something to tell a guy, don't send a female. And I know you guys on here don't even do that. So, all right, let's get at this one. I'm gonna look at for tomorrow, right? For the 12th, and try to find some good games. And when is the All-Star break? It should be soon, right? And I was chicken shit on that Yankees game. I was gonna take the Yankees, and something said don't mess with that game, and I pulled it. So tomorrow we got a good one. We've got Matthew Boyd for the Cubbies, a lefty, 9-3, ERA 2.52, 96 strikeouts, going up against New York's Max Fry. He's 11-2, ERA 2.27, 111 strikeouts. So the key thing is the low ERAs. So Matthews Boyd is 2.52, Max Fry 2.27. So that right there in itself just tells you what's getting ready to happen in this game. These guys are going to get it on, right? And do I think that anybody's going to score in the first inning? No. I used to would say the Yankees could score, but the Yankees have been like smelling up the joint. Matthew Boyd is no joke, right? That this game is kind of, it's got like a playoff feel to it. So yeah, I would say take the Cubbies. I mean, I don't take the Cubs, but go ahead and do the Nerfy on this game. Or you can take first inning under 1.5. Right. Well, this is for tomorrow. Definitely. And these two lefties too, man, going at it. So there's another reason to do like a Nerfy. All right, George Kirby versus Casey Mays of the Tigers. Seattle's going to send up George Kirby, 3-4, 4.22 ERA, 50 strikeouts. Case Mays, 9-2, ERA, 2.63, 73 strikeouts. I'll take the Tigers on the money line with that. Hell, man, I was almost going to do a Nerfy, but I still think I might take the under in this game, though. I'll definitely take the under. Let's look, and I'll tell you why. Let's see. So George Kirby, his last 3 games. So Kirby has gone, he pitches up to like 6 innings. That's his average, right? 6 innings a game. The first game was 6 against Pittsburgh. He allowed 4 hits, no runs. Kansas City, he allowed 3 hits and 1 run. And then against Minnesota, 3 hits, 1 run, right? I think that's pretty good, actually, right? So let's see. This definitely might be a pitching duel. Here's Casey Mays. His last 3, he went 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, no runs against Cleveland. Then against the game before that, he went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs. And then we've got, the last one was Tampa. And he went 5 innings, 6 hits. He allowed 6 hits and 1 run. I'll take a Nerfy on that. I definitely will. And I might even take the under on that. I'm going to mark this stuff off. Hold on. This is the time of the year, man, where it's getting ready to get real interesting. And I didn't do any teasing today, right? I just didn't feel like it. I usually use ESPN. I went over to Fanatics and took some stuff. But I usually try to do some teasing games, right? Teasing you under over, right? So I remember once, about a month ago, I won with some great cash, and I picked all under games. But it can wreck your brain and make you retarded at the end of the day, because I was like, yeah. So basically, what I do to try to see if this Nerfy will work, I look at the pitchers, I look at their stats, I look at the batters, I look at their lineup, and for the most part, I can honestly tell you, never, ever, ever, because I learned the hard way, take the Tigers in a Nerfy. I said New York, but they fell off, right? Don't take Philly. don't go up against Detroit. Detroit and Philadelphia, even San Diego. When we're talking about scoring in the first inning. Now you can go under 1.5, right? But I never go straight nerfy on the Tigers and Philadelphia because they've got me a lot of times. You won't be able to go nerfies on like a lot of these teams until like playoff time. Now playoff time come and you got Philadelphia versus St. Mary's of the Blind. You can probably take a nerfy because St. Mary's of the Blind might be feeling it, right? It's playoff time, and so what happens is you have a playoff team, right, versus a non-playoff team like the Marlins, just like last year. So nobody told the Marlins that their season was over, right? But they played everybody hard, and they even won games. So towards the end, that was their World Series. That was their playoffs. So coming down to the end, you got youngsters that want to prove themselves, right? They're not going to back down, and they're not going to serve up gopher balls. Speaking of gopher balls, you guys remember, I say this all the time, you guys remember Phil Koch? They didn't have sports betting online, man, because if they did, there would be a lot of broken up laptops. All right, let's finish it. Damn, man. All right, here we go. This is for today. I want tomorrow. Okay. So we're on Saturdays, right? So that first one, I just said take the under, right? I did. I did not pick a winner in that game, and I don't even have the stats. But would we go? Let's do this. I'll go inside that Chicago game. I'm gonna go inside the Chicago game and do a first inning result. Oh, wait. I don't even have anything up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't have it up. That's dumb. And why is this all mixed up like this? Okay, here we go. Chicago and New York, they don't have anything listed. Nada. That's weird. They don't have anything listed. No player props, no nothing. Pretty much like they're saying, go fuck yourself. Don't seem like that, but you seem like you already did it. Detroit versus Seattle with Kirby. I'll take my chances and take the Tigers on the money line, right? Would I go under? No. Because under is what? What is... Under 8. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so Casey Mays, I'm still here. Okay. Casey Mays gives up an average of about 1.5 hit per inning, just those last 3, right? I think we can get away with an Earthy on this. Yeah, we can do a Nerfy on this one, and we're going to do it. Because Kirby, So Kirby's last 3 games, he pitched a total of 6 innings for his last 3. He gave up 4 hits in the first one, that which is July 6th. He gave up 4 hits. He gave up 0 runs. The 30th of June against Kansas City, he gave up 3 hits, 1 run, and then against Minnesota, 3 hits, 1 run. Right? And let's go back to your boy, Casey Mays. Yeah, Casey Mays, his first one, he gave up 4 hits, no runs. Minnesota, 5 hits, 2 runs. This is 6 innings. He's going 6 innings. Against Tampa, 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. I don't know. I just think it's a safe bet, right? We can take our Nerfy on that game. Let's see if they have that open yet. They don't have it up. What the hell? Somebody's gonna get fired. No, they don't have it. They don't have it. Okay. All right. So we'll move on. So right now, let me see a total of how many I've picked. Swear to God. So right now we only have the under with the Cubs and the Yankees for tomorrow. We also took the Tigers on the money line, right? Yep. All right. I'll look at these scores one more. Let's see. Who's the next one? Huh? Yeah, UNLV. I lost. I lost. I won good money with UNLV last year. In football, that is. I forgot what game. And of course, I teased the game. I did it the way I wanted to. All right. So let's see. Okay. So New York. Let's see. That's why I didn't do it. The New York Yankees 3. The Cubbies 0. Baltimore 4. Miami 0. Colorado 2. Cincinnati 1. Seattle 1. Detroit 0. Let's go in here. I'm just curious, right? Box score for the Rockies. I'm just curious what's going on in this one. Top of the fourth. Top of the fourth. Colorado's got a man on first and 2 outs. Colorado should win this matchup. Let me see how Davis is doing, or Burns. Son of a bitch. Oh, this dude got like 8 strikeouts. But that's okay, because and I'm going to tell you why. And here's why I didn't pick him. His first time I picked him, he didn't do nothing. It's just like that kid on Milwaukee that was good. I picked him on his first game. He did nothing. Then what does he do the next time? He comes back and he shuts the Yankees down. That's the kid from up in Baltimore, the long, tall, lanky guy. Well, with Burns, there he is, 8 strikeouts. So sometimes you got to lay back on these rookies, or you got to lay back. You can't rush into it. You got to let them come into their own. As bettors, we don't care about coming into your own. We're like this, produce. Burns, 8 strikeouts. And I hate to see that. This is like free money. All right? Bottom of the fourth, The Tigers have 2 men on and 0 outs. Yeah. 2 men on and no outs. So that probably will score on that one. Tampa Bay 1, Boston 0. Tampa has a man on second and third with 2 outs. New York Yankees in Kansas City, rain delay. Pittsburgh, Minnesota, rain delay. You blow. Yeah, Cleveland. Okay, this is earlier. It's over with now. Cleveland beat the White Sox 4-2. I'm glad I didn't take that game because I probably would have took the White Sox and lost. Why? I don't know. I'm just starting to believe in them right now. They're always, they scrappy. Milwaukee and Washington 0-0, first inning. Texas and Houston 0-0, first inning. Texas versus Texas. Gotta love it, baby. All right, we're done with this now. Let's get on to the good nitty-gritty shit. So I filled out a ticket thing already, so let's just keep going. Hold on, let's see. Okay, here we go. All right. Come on, man. All right. Tampa and Boston for tomorrow. We took Tampa. All right. And where did we leave off at? I think it was Detroit. No. I think we took Cincinnati, right? I think we took Cincinnati. No. I think Colorado. Wrong date. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah, so that first one, we just know this is going to be a pitcher's duel, right? And if we can get enough points, and I'll see what I can do tonight, try to, see what I can come up with, we can do this whole game without even caring about who wins the game. Because at the end of the day, we don't care. You just want to win. You just want a W. You want to win. So let's see what they have. There's nothing like coming on the internet and giving live predictions and letting guy, you can come on and just ask the guy. He doesn't have a lot of traffic, but he's pretty good. And ask me. So take advantage, guys. Take good advantage of this. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. When the football season comes, I'm going to have more guys. I got one of my buddies who's going to do the NFL, and I told you already before. He's not a gambler, right? So he just loves football, and he understands it. I asked him I think it was last year about a game. He gave it to me. He said, "Ron, that was easy." I said, "Yeah, easy for you." I say, "But a gambler, we got all kind of stuff going through our head. Like, you got to watch out for this, watch out for that." We pretty much overthink stuff. So getting my boy to come on, I think that's a plus for us. We may not like what he's saying, but we got to respect it. And he's also going to help you save money too. Right? So I like it. I love it. All right. Where are we? Yeah, so where's the New York at? See, New York didn't have anything listed, right? Here, see, FanDuel is... All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to go through here and just pick out the games. We're going to do the Cubs and the Yankees, right? That's our first game. Seattle and Detroit. Um, I don't know. I might pass. Kirby is pretty decent though, but I think I'm gonna pass on that. The Pirates. Wait. Okay, yeah. No. All right, so that's not one. I think we got another one. Let me look at it. The Marlins versus the Baltimore Orioles. Let's look. All right, this guy pitches an average of 6 innings. Well, seven. Well, six. The first game against Atlanta, he went uh, he went 6 innings. He gave up 4 hits, no runs. Then against Texas, he went 5 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 3 batters. And then the last game the game after that with Texas, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs. Superb. All right, that's good. So I like that. Come on, man. Okay, here we go. And then we got Jump. He's pretty decent, but I want to see if he can hold his own with it. He goes an average of 6 innings. Well, the last three he went 6 innings, 6 innings, and then 3 innings. You know? All right. Jump gave up 2 runs against Minnesota. Gave up 6 hits, and then against San Francisco, he went 3 innings and gave up 8 hits and 5 runs. So I may back out on this one, but for the most part, if it was Perez or Max Meyer, I would take him up on it. I don't seem too confident with this guy because again, against Cincinnati, he went 6 innings. He allowed 1 hit. Right, that's beautiful. But against Minnesota, like not 6 games later or 5 games later, he went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, and then in San Francisco, June 26th, he went 3 innings and gave up 8 hits, 5 runs. So yeah, we can kind of hold it on that one with Junk, right? Well, I'll still take the under in that game. You know that I'm going to take the under because I mean, again, Junk's ERA is 3.12, 36 strikeouts, and he's 3-1. Trevor Rogers, lefty, 2-0, 1.57, and 24 strikeouts. Now, I would take the under in this game. And right now, I mean, if I had to just pick a pitcher to win it, I would take Trevor Rogers. I would pick Baltimore, and I would take Trevor Rogers to throw 3 to 4 strikeouts. Right? That's just the way it looks. All right, so the next one. Let me find these other teams. Let's look at the Dodgers in San Francisco. I'm interested in Ohtani, how he's been since he's been back. They're not giving me his pitching stats. Why? Oh, here it is. Hit pitching. Got it. Because he goes both ways. I didn't mean it that way. Not, okay. I don't know, man. This guy goes an average of 2 innings. 1 hit, 1 hit. Don't really know too much about this kid. I'm sorry, Ohtani. And maybe because he's hurt. He was hurt. So I guess when he comes back, they're just taking it easy with him, right? And so he's only averaging 2 innings, right? First game he allowed 1 hit. Second game he allowed 1 hit and 0. So they probably just easing him into it. I would pass on that game. Really would. I want to take my. I don't care. We're going to take the Marlins in Baltimore. The least we can do with them is just take the under in that game, right? The Nationals and the Brewers? Nope. Mets in Kansas City? Nope. Tanner Bybee and Cleveland against the White Sox, Sean Burke? Nope. Philadelphia and San Diego, yes. So I'll take Philadelphia, right? In these games, Philadelphia and San Diego game. Zach Wheeler will be pitching tomorrow. 9-3, ERA 2.17, 148 strikeouts. Yu Darvish, 0-1, ERA 4.91. And 5 strikeouts. And remember, guys, he just came back from being injured as well. I think he just came back off the DL, but theoretically, Yu Darvish is pretty good. The Blue Jays and the Athletics, no. But I would take a stab at taking the Blue Jays in this one. And let me put this on here now. I definitely would take the Blue Jays. Suck. Yeah. Come on, man. Boy. Okay. Yeah, Miami Marlins and Baltimore will take this under 9. So I'll gladly take that and move it on. The Los Angeles Dodgers and San Francisco, no, not really. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Shit, it's not this one. Hold on, guys. I do this every week. I need to get a bigger screen, right? Oh, here it is. All right. All right, let's move it, move it, move it, move it. Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, no. No. Give me 1 minute. I'm got these. I got like double screens going. Right. And then what did I say for this one? I'm on top of it. And we took the Marlins. That's what it was. The Marlins on the under. Make sure this is marked off. I was in Baltimore. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I did that already. Good. Okay. So now let's get it moving. The Brewers and the Nats. No, thank you. New York versus Kansas City. No, thank you. Yeah, I did that one, with Tanner Bybee. I said no. Definitely Colorado and the Reds, but we'll just do that on a regular parlay. I'm just picking out the big parlays. Boston against the Rays. Shane Bass, 4.34 against Garrett Crochet, who's 9-4. His ERA is 2.39, 151 strikeouts. The Boston Red Sox. So, we're definitely going to do the under in this game, right? And if you guys got balls, we can probably do a nerfy. But let's just try to win our money comfortably. Let's not try to overdo it. So we'll take the under in that game. And we'll take the Boston Red Sox on the money line. I could go into the game and see if they have anything posted. I doubt it. And they don't. Right? I did the Philadelphia already. Went Philadelphia and San Diego. I'm still marking it off anyway. The A's and Blue Jays will take the Blue Jays, but not a big game. Houston and Texas. Yeah, let's take that one too. All right. So the Texas Rangers versus the Houston Astros. Jake DeGrom, lefty. What? I don't know. Is this in Spanish? What is that? But anyway, he's 9-2. ERA 2.29. Um, Valdez, he's 10-4. ERA 2.90. Right, and that's one of our big money games. I'm not gonna do every game, but we only tackle the big ones. That way, we can concentrate and probably get some stuff right. Because some of the times, right, you go to bet on teams, like for example, the D backs and the Angels, right? Yeah, you got Zach Gallen, you got Yushi, uh, Kikachu, but do we honestly, can we all honestly put our trust into him? Nope. Well, Zach Gallen's ERA is like 5.15. All right, so that's, and then we took the Blue Jays. Let me make sure I got the Blue Jays in there. Okay. I'll take Blue Jays on the money line. Okay, so we'll go back to those games. San Diego and Philadelphia. I grabbed the under, right? Pitching props aren't available yet, right? So we'll move it on. Houston Astros versus the Texas Rangers. That's the under, right? I don't even care about who's winning right about now, right? We're just trying to get the foundation built. Michael Lorenzen and the Mets. Nope. For Kansas City. Nope. And Brady Singer versus Colorado. I mean, if anything, we could pick like Cincinnati, right, on the money line. And I'll take that chance and do it right now. I'll take them on the money line. And Crochet and the Red Sox, right? They don't have anything listed for Crochet right now. Nope. So right now, if we just look at everything that we did on our big games, let's say we drop $10 on this. This is a nine leg parlay. And we're gonna drop 10 on it. We drop 10 on it, $1,533.62, right? And that's for the under Boston Red Sox money line, the under the Cubs, Yankees, Tigers on the money line, the under game Baltimore and the Marlins. Let's take the under. Philadelphia and San Diego, we'll take the under on that. We'll take the Blue Jays on the money line. And then for the Texas Rangers versus Houston, we'll take the under 6.5. So, and that's how we're going to roll tomorrow. And I'm going to get at these and work them. I know I said last night I was going to do it, but I got kind of busy and stuff. But I'm going to work it and then put it out so you guys can look at it. And pretty much how we'll handle it, we'll just get in mind that we're going to, hold on, let me see. Hold on. So we got the Rangers and the Astros. We've got Philadelphia and San Diego. We've got Tampa against the Boston Crochets. Boston Red Sox. We got the Philadelphia and San Diego. Double. The Marlins and Baltimore. That's kind of borderline, but I think we can trust these guys. I don't even know if I want to take them, right? Because they aren't like. So let's just take them off because I want to get something where I kind of know and I got a good feeling. And with Baltimore and the Marlins, you just really don't know. And like I said, you don't want to. This is a good parlay. You don't want to mess up a good parlay and have everything go right except for you got some guys pitching that you don't know anything about. So no, we'll pass on that one. I'm sorry. We got the Chicago Cubbies versus the New York Yankees. Max Fry, always dependable, right? ERA 2.27, 111 strikeouts. Matthew Boyd, 9-3. Area code. ERA is 2.52. So that's it. I'm gonna get busy on that once we get out of here. Once I'm off with you guys, but pretty much that's what we're gonna tackle, and then I'll just go over it tonight. But I can pretty much tell you. Well, I'm gonna wait because I wanted them to put the pictures on, right? So once I put that's what I did last night. I was waiting on them to put the pitching on. Once they put the pictures on, guys, we pretty much know what we're looking at, right? And you don't always have to pick a winner, right? If you got a strong and you think that they're gonna win, by all means, go for it. But if you're really not sure, like me, then you make another parlay where you put the teams you think. And then the other ones, you go conservative on what you think is good, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We got football coming up. We got tennis going on. I'm not into tennis, though, right? But it's a lot of good stuff coming up because right now we're in the middle. We're in the middle of summer. So it's time we need to get our act together because I'm telling you this now, guys. When Saturday comes for college football, we've got to be ready. We have to be ready. And I think I'm going to be doing the one with college football. I think I'm going to take that one on. 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago, I always had $1,300 in my pocket. And why? Is because I watched the bookies. I watched the sport books, and I watched Vegas, and it was almost like they were just playing games with us, right? So I says, okay, all right, you guys want to play like that? I'm gonna study it. I'm gonna come back and get you. Hey man, I studied, I looked at it, and then I realized that when they put games out there, like let's say for instance, Memphis versus Tulsa. Well, you already know that's going to be a big game, right? And I think FanDuel, one of those guys, put out, it was pretty much the same, but it was like Memphis and Tulsa. Well, they had the under over at like 25 or something like that. I'm like, that's not going to happen. They're going to score more than that. Whatever it was, right? They ended up scoring a total of 60. Right? And that's easy. Well, for me. Because if you know, Memphis is pretty good and they score a lot. And then, Tulsa's the same way. So it's something about that division. Them guys like to shoot it out. Right? So I went and took the the over. No. What I did was I adjusted the points. And I got that big W. Because if I'm not mistaken, how did that go? Memphis was favored, and they gave the over-under was set pretty low. And I was like, no way. These jokers going to, 25? Both of these guys have scored 25 by themselves, which is 50, right? So what I did was I teased at 60. I teased it down to like, I think 50 or something like that, or maybe 49. Still won. It's not okay. So if you didn't tease it, you'll be looking at about what? Let's just say $500. If you tease it, right, and you take it down to its lowest point, or what the sports books give you, 10 notches down, I don't know, 11. Well, you're not going to get 500 now because you bought points. So now instead of 500, you'll probably get like what? 300, maybe 4. But it's going to go down some. And that's okay. That's cool. But college football is excellent. This with college football, you have to just kind of like watch these point spreads because the sports books in Vegas, they will sucker you in and they will make a complete idiot out of you. But I told those guys, not, I'm tired. I got you guys. I got something for you. Anyway, make a long story short, right? I was on Caesars and I was killing Caesars. And all of a sudden I got banned. And I'm like, okay, I knew this was coming, right? Because when you start winning, here's the deal, guys. When you're losing, these sports books don't give a damn where you are betting from. You could be betting from Mars or on the moon. They don't care. But go ahead and start winning and see how much they care. They're looking to bust now. I remember, what was that, last year with the quarterback for Daniels. Now, this was my fault, right? And I picked all these guys. I picked Jalen Daniels. I put him like to throw 200, two touchdowns. He ran like for 25 yards for a first down in the first quarter, and they said he's got some rib problems, and they yanked him out of the game. So, how many guys out there had Jalen Daniels that week in their parlay? A lot. So when they do that, they pull this guy out. Oh, you're six. You better hope you didn't put him in all six, because sometimes you will, because you just know for sure. You think for sure you're gonna hit, but it ain't always like that. All right. Um, that's it, guys. I don't have anything else for you. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me see. Did anybody talk? Leave me a message. I was too busy running my mouth. Oh. If I didn't answer you right away, I will apologize and I will talk. No, nobody talked. Okay, so I mean, that's how this is gonna go, right? And we're gonna wait for the football season to kick in, and we're just gonna kick them in, right? You don't have to worry about like you don't have to worry about like the like too many games that's like with a lot of points. You don't really have to worry too much about it. Usually it's about, I would say, 1 or 2 days. I mean, 1 or 2 teams or games that you'd have to worry about that. But it's usually like 1 or 2 that week. Notre Dame is favored by 50 over Kansas. Well, right away, I can tell you right there, and it's in Kansas. I can tell you that you're probably going to have to end up teasing it, taking it down some, right? Because you just never know when they're on the road what may happen. So, yeah, teasing is always good, man. You can always tease. And that's the fastest way to get a winning streak going and keeping it that way. Will it be at the higher rate? No, because you're giving points, right? But you can give points to make it higher. I did that the other day. I took ball. I forgot who they were playing. I think they was playing Colorado or something, and they had them favored by like 2, right? +2. And if the sports book gives you 2 points, that means the opposition sucks, right? So I went ahead and took 3 because they was playing Colorado. So I went ahead and took the 3, and I hit. And I took 3 +3 with Toronto. So I added 2 points to that and that one. And guess what? I won. So, yeah. So that is it for me. Guys, got any questions for me? If not, I am out of here. Yeah, guys, that's one of my pet peeves, man. I really hate that, man. I just hate when guys get to, and then every other word is, yeah, you tell him this, tell him that. Don't do that. You go tell him yourself. You don't send messages through a female. That makes you look. Not only does it make you look weak, it actually makes you look like a coward as well. Because if you got something to tell another guy, pick up the phone, man. Pick up the phone, call him. Or if you want to see him, just, hey man, I'll see you at Starbucks. Okay. And then you talk about it, you work it out. But you never, well, nobody's on this site like that again, right? No, this site is like for manly men, right? You don't. And also, too, guys, remember with the football season coming up, your wife, your girlfriend will be watching you closely. They'll act like they're not, but they will, and they're gonna watch your facial expressions and everything because they know you might hit, and they'll have to jump on you. And you know what? Yeah, we are all guilty of that, us guys, because I had something like that before, and I had this goofy ass look on my face. Wife comes in, she says, "Why you look like that?" And I go, "Like, look like what?" Right? And then they know, right? So you got to play that poker face and you sit like this. So now, if I'm about to win, I'm watching TV. I go, and if I see her look at me, then I'll start pointing at the TV and talking to her. So I throw her off. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's nothing else pretty much. I mean, I think um, the All Star game is going to be cool, I guess, or whatever. But I do think the Tigers are probably close to winning it all or going to the World Series. It's going to be kind of hard to compete against the Dodgers, though. The Yankees is falling off. I didn't bet on the Yankees today because the Yankees pissed me off. It started. It started maybe like 3 weeks ago, and then every time I bet against them, they would win. I mean, they would win, right? So I have put them on a no bet list, but you can't put the Yankees on a no. You can't leave them on a no bet list for long because you're gonna suffer. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease, guys. Got any questions for me? Make sure you like and subscribe. The world is your oyster. Stay positive. Gotta stay positive. Go for a walk. Get in tune with the elements. Get in tune with nature. Breathe, walk, and you know what? It does a lot of good. Clear your brain out of all the filthy stuff that's in it, and you can start thinking about healthy things and better things to do, right? Because sometimes, guys, we do foolish things, right? But when you go out for a walk and you become one with nature and everything like that, you breathe and becoming part of the universe. Because plants are part of the universe. We are too, so we're all connected. So get connected, right? You go out, walk around, and if you're just going for a good walk and getting sun, and you just go for a nice long walk, you'll be surprised. And then you take a book or your phone and you make pics while you're walking in the park or something. You'll be surprised what your results will be like. Because probably when you're walking like that, and that energy is coming out, right? You're probably vibrating at a high frequency. So always, always, always stay positive. Never, and it's hard, right? It's hard to try to not be negative because we're always We always do negative things, right? But it's always important if you see it, you catch it, or somebody catches it for you, say, hey man, you negative. Say thank you and straighten it out. Because as long as you're negative, you're not gonna win anything. Because you're attracting negative. Right? You're negative, you're thinking it, you're speaking it, and that's what you're gonna get back. So always stay positive, always stay connected, go for walks, drink your water. Um, Man, you want to run, do that, go to the gym, get your workout on. Everything will work out. Next thing you know, you hitting parlays left and right, left and right, left and right. All right, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later on. If I get back on tonight, that's because we got a big win.